So I finally got one of the last things I needed to get done with the chassis, and that was the brakes. I was going on how about I really wanted to use a metalizer and I didn't have the right shade on hand, blah blah blah. Well, I gave up on that. Decided just to use some Tamiya paints to get close to the color that I was close to the carbon cremic color of the brake rotors. As you can see, they're already attached to the chassis. I didn't do a video of them before I put them on there, but I did take a still photograph of them, as you're seeing now, before I put the brake rotors on. So what I did was I did use the metallic gray from Tamiya FX56, and I mixed in some FX1 from Tamiya flat black to darken it up a little bit. It worked close to what I was going for. The camera lighting and stuff is making them look a little bit brighter than they really are. Maybe that's how they really are, and I wasn't looking at it. I don't know, but it's close. I would like it to be a little bit darker, but it'll do. So there you see the brake rotors. They are done. I'm going to say doing the brake rotors was a very challenging aspect. And what I mean by is, if you can see it, the silver parts on the brake rotors, doing those by hand was a gigantic pain in the ass. I'm not a great detail painter, like small details like that, so it was very much a challenge. A lot of back and forth between the semi-gloss black and the aluminum, touching each one up every time, trying to keep it clean. I used my finest paint brushes. There's a couple from Tamiya. These are the finest tips that I have. Even using these, it was a pain in the ass. It probably could have been a little bit nicer, a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner, but I really just ran out of patience trying to get them done. So that is the brake rotors. That is done. That was one of the few things I had left to do. The body is up next. That is the next thing I'm working on, is getting the body ready to go. As you can see, the body has been painted. What you see right now is both of the base coat and the mid coat, or that'd be the pearl coat, has been applied. So obviously the next thing to do is get the body in some clear, and it'll be ready to go. It's going to be not as straightforward as doing the clear, as because the roof of the NSX is black on the real car. I'm going to have to do one coat of clear, and then I will mask off the body, paint the roof black, and then come back and then finish clear coating the body. So that is the body. It is painted. Unfortunately for you at home, the camera is not capturing the true blue, the true hue of the blue. Maybe if I adjust the lighting, change the lighting out, I might be able to get closer to it. But for now, the body has been painted. So the next step is to get it in clear, and we're on my way to getting this thing wrapped up. And as you can see, we have a clear coated body, and it's also polished. I used Tamiya TS13, about 3 coats. I was hoping to get a nice smooth coat so I wouldn't have to maybe do the whole wet sand and polish routine, but unfortunately I got some orange peel in some areas, and so it needed attention. And I had a small piece of debris on the roof, and it was very noticeable. So I just polished the whole body out. Um, Unfortunately, because of the lighting, camera, all that, you're not seeing the true shade of blue. It really is. It's much darker in person. I can capture it with my DSLR, but the video camera, I tried different settings and adjusting things. It's not picking up the color very well. The best way to describe it, it's very close to Tamiya's TS51, I believe. That it's telephonic blue, I believe it's being called now. It's very close to that color. So anyways, body's been cleared, wet sanded and polished. Don't mind the masking tape or the masking on it. I was starting to masking to do the lower section here. That's black. I forgot I wanted to do a real short video with the body cleared before I moved on to the next step. So here is the body cleared and ready to go. So now we're getting close to final assembly and getting this thing wrapped up. So here we are getting closer to getting this one finished. And this will be the last time you see it before it is finished. And this, now most of the body bits have been attached. I have one of the side vents to reattach, the main window piece, the mirrors, and then the underbody panels, the flat panels underneath, and then that is almost it. And then of course the wheels, but this is in its current state. Don't mind a little bit of a three. It needs a good dusting. I really wish the camera could capture the true color. This is what you're seeing is not even close to the actual color. It's much darker, so much prettier than what you're seeing on camera. This is the body has been, I did wet sand and polish the body. One of the things I did, it's easier to show you on this, here on the hood. I used actual real mesh for the vents in the hood and on the side vents. You can kind of see them in there. The kit Tamiya decided to do mesh decal over clear parts, so I decided to not use them and use real meshing for the vents. The side vents, they are, because I couldn't form the vents, the mesh venting, to keep it the shape it needed to, I just glued them over the clear pieces. But and then I smoked the clear parts, the clear pieces, to help darken it up a little bit back there. So that is where the NSX is currently at. Should be done here real soon.